What it do, homies? We're back with some more GBB Loopstation. This time we got SYJO versus Dice. I am familiar with Dice. I think this is going to be my first time hearing SYJO. Let's go, shut up, turn it up.
You already know what to do. I say the drei, you say the zwei and the ein. In drei!
Do I have anybody that watches my channel, that has watched this for a while, that understands it's kind of like an inside joke where I say speak that German. You know what I mean? Even if they are speaking German, sometimes they're not speaking German, but I say it anyways. I hope somebody that's still on this channel understands that, right? So anyways.
You say the zwei and the ein. In drei!
A little silly inside joke. Silent recording. Got something to say about that. Crazy white noise. Whoa. I'm telling you, man, singing is always risky.
And I'm wondering
you get judged for that.
Is there a possibility we're not alone in our galaxy? I'm attracted by your gravity. I hope it pulls me. GBB, put your hands in the air. Are you fucking ready?
Ready. SYJO is cooking. That was perfect. I mean, not perfect, right? Obviously, there were some issues and everything, but I feel like as far as utilization of his time, absolutely amazing. The silent recording, or at least some of the sounds that he recorded that wasn't audible on the microphones, very interesting, right? I guess they can kind of change the aux, some sounds that go through the speaker versus the sounds that's recording into the loop station, I think. The interesting choice behind that, right, is that, you know, if you did want to record a sound, but you need it to be in there, right? Prep work, but you didn't want to reveal it until later and everything. So, you know, he didn't spend that much time laying down his sounds. He got to the groove pretty quickly. If I was to give a genre on the type of music that he produced, it was for the most part, it kind of sounded like future bass, right? Now, the interesting thing about future bass is that you really want to try to nail those euphoric kind of elements. And the thing about it is that there's a lot of elements going on, right? He had arps, he had chords, he had moving bass. You know, most of all the sounds that he produced had movement, which is very important when it comes to future bass, the emotion, the vocals and everything. So that could be very difficult to put even on a loop station just because of all the things that are going on. You got a lot of competing frequencies. That nice little white wash sound, that was very that was very enjoyable, and I felt like that served as a filler while he was putting in other notes, other melodies and everything. It was something to kind of keep our attention. So not only did he give us that nice little future bass kind of, you know, melody and everything, but he even kind of pulled a what's the dude's name? Because I do listen to a lot of, God, I'm forgetting his name. The Keeper. The company Seeker. God, man, I can't remember his name. But you know, or Linium. I could say Linium, though he's more of a multi-EDM kind of thing. But he mostly does future bass. You know, he gave us that hard drop at the end. You know what I mean? And he ended right on time. That was a good first round. Very good first round. Again, I ain't never heard SYJO before, so I'm very impressed. All right, Dice, what you got?
We go to. Y'all ready? You already know what to do. Dice, it's on you. I say the set, you say the dole and the hana. In set!
SYJO-san, 요와이네.
You don't know what he said? Ooh. Oh. Hold on. Before Dice get into here, I forgot. There was a part leading up to the end where I think SYJO kind of messed up. And that was when he was doing the riser part. I think he meant to have a snare coming in there as a riser, but it kind of got chopped up. But honestly, besides that, that was the only kind of issue I had with his performance. But yeah, I wanted to get that out before Dice got into his thing. Castlevania kind of vibes. Very sinister.
Okay. GBB, are you ready to kill my brother SYJO? Straight to walk now, get into the beat like. Let's get it. Make some noise, Japan. You know, SYJO, for the last 2 years in the military, I hit my target. Today, my target.
You get to start
This year.
marksman skills. See, you know, at first, at the very beginning, I wasn't really feeling Dice's performance. You know what I mean? At the beginning, when he kind of gave us that melody, I was wondering what was going on. Again, kind of the same thing that we saw SYJO do, right? He had his loop, his drum loop kind of going in, and then it kind of went away. So I think that was just more of kind of like a teaser, if you will, and also just making sure that the loop that he put down, that he recorded in there, that everything was good. You know what I mean? I think one of the strongest things here for Dice, 100%, was the sound manipulation. When at the beginning, when he started giving us that nice little reverb, I think that set the stage for because again, we kind of got some more of that slow down, almost kind of reverbs. We saw that same aspect being used multiple times throughout kind of the last end of it. So he kind of teased it with there. But that bright sounding melody at the beginning, and then into this Castlevania type of bass that went into whatever this was, it was an interesting change of pace. But I think he brought everything together there at the end, especially with his sound design. That's just the thing when it comes to Loopstation. It's just that, bro, the possibilities are endless, right? And y'all out here making it, you know, the bass sound is your mouth, and the type, it's just very interesting. I don't know, guys. I actually enjoyed both of them. Dice was a little bit more technical, you know what I mean? And SYJO's was more euphoric. So I really think you'd give the winner based on what you came into this battle looking for. Like, what do you feel right now? Honestly, you can come back to this battle a month from now and have a different winner, right? I think that's how strong both of their first rounds were. So I got them tied.
Round 2.
Oh, and Dice's use of
SYJO, round 2. Left, right, side to side, front to back. Everybody in between. You already know what to do.
Dice's use of percussive elements, right, to add another layer of excitement is also absolutely amazing. And right, SYJO doing that just reminded me, you don't got to add too much, bro. Sometimes it's just a little bit, just pan it. There you go. There's your energy.
I said 3, I said 2 and the 1. In 3.
Like, is that delay? As a harsh synth right there. A lot of time getting killed right now. Layer snare. Metallic kind of rim.
So it seems like you need cables to win this year. For so long I've tried. Is this where I belong? My soul and my life I've put into my songs. Just one more time, I wanna break out and cross the line. I might just leave it all behind, straight to the top. I'll make you jump out in corners, gonna make you back for supporters. I don't take any orders yet, I'm not gonna stop. Put your hands up.
Ow.
The code. Wrong password.
Seconds, man.
Time.
Okay, so you can obviously kind of see kind of the dissatisfaction in SYJO's, face, as he was performing right there towards the end where he didn't want to do what he needed to do. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and commend him because what he just tried to pull off there was absolutely massive. I mean, the amount of effects that he had going on in there, right? The reverb, the delay, the filters, the distortion, all these elements and stuff that he needed to put in there to make sure you got your desired sound out. It takes a lot of time, and I think that's what that's what SYJO was running into there at the beginning, is just getting all these sounds down. And it's like one of them things where you've already committed, right? You've committed to this bit, you got to go through with it. So I actually have a huge amount of respect for, for pulling it off. Now, obviously, there is a sort of skill level to that, right? That there are people that can pull something like that off without a hitch, you know what I mean? But the attempt, right? Because I think what he just attempted there, right, and what he pulled off on a mat, even though it probably didn't go as well as he would have liked it to, was absolutely massive. He still got the vibe down, but there's so much going on in the sounds that he is making. So much. Not only that, but the amount of thoughts that he puts into his transitions, right? How they all kind of sound like it's a movie instead of kind of like I'm going to talk about this and then go straight into it, or you know what I mean? The 4-bar or the 2-bar trying to transitions. All of SYJO's, or at least the ones that I've heard today, his transitions sound like a movie, like it's naturally moving over to the next part. Where if the mood is going to change, then he's going to introduce a single element that matches that mood, so that when it does change, we're not going to be completely kind of caught off guard. You know what I mean? So if Dice pulls off a crazy round right here, then he's probably going to take the win, only because of the mess of SYJO. But again, you got my respect, man.
Comfortable.
I feel like Dice is about to destroy it, though. He recorded all those flawless immediately. I guess that's kind of easy for people of his level. Just throwing those sounds down. Each cats. Dice might have took this, y'all.
SYJO, get the fuck. Put your motherfucking hands.
All right. Yeah, I think it's over, y'all. Oh man, yeah. Dice took that, man. I already know, man. I was getting a little bit nervous, at his beginning. That's the thing about Dice, man. He really knows how to kind of keep you guessing. And honestly, to tell you the truth, now I think about some of his solo performances, Dice really, he's really good with melodies. If he wants to be very euphoric, he can, right? He has the ability. But I was kind of getting a little bit worried, right? We had the, boots and cats, you had kind of had your nice little groove going on there. And I was just like, all right, I want something a little bit more complicated. But that's part of the game, right? That's part of the game. Establish the vibe, establish the mood. And sometimes it's sound building. Sometimes it's just hearing kind of the same mood over and over and over again. It's the reason why people like to listen to stuff like trance and everything, or because there's not a lot of change. If anything, the power is either that or liquid D&B. The power, right, is in the continuity, right? That's what's established the vibes instead of adding in multiple. Both of them are correct, right? You can add them in a bunch of sounds and everything to get a euphoric thing that takes time to build, or you can lay down a nice little rhythm section, or if you will, a groove, and just let that play. You hear it a lot in D&B, especially liquid D&B, or not necessarily jump up D&B, although it could be in there, right? Different versions of D&B or whatnot. But yeah, his whole entire second half, which is absolutely nutty, bro. Is that so-so? Is that so-so? Yeah, it is. I think so. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I think Dice got this.
Dice. Moving on to the judges in 3, 2, 1, give it up for Dice.
Yeah, I kind of figured he got that, man. All right. Well, these have been very, very enjoyable. Honestly, I don't know who's in the final. Obviously, I'm watching these for the first time. But Dice versus Yasweed, that'd be crazy. Anyways, until the next one, right? Dave's out.